If you'd like sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 486. Still Got Game is the official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
And I am Roger Hitman.
What? Roger the
Yeah.
Hitman's back this week. You never know who you're going to get.
No, last name Hitman. No,
Just Roger Hitman.
just Roger Hitman.
Oh,
There you go.
he's officially changed his name.
Yeah.
So it's just me and Hit this week. Other people have conflicts, but we're here to do a show because the next few weeks are going to be pretty crazy chaotic with holidays and you name it, and we want to make sure we got at least one more episode out during this early summer time frame. So. But on that, why don't we just jump right in the show proper? We'll get in the mailbag for feedback and questions from last week's show. And remember, if you want to leave us a voicemail, it will cut you off after a minute. Vorcaldo comments. Good to have found you, gents. Your podcast is the exact balance between facts and fun that I was looking for in a gaming podcast. The trend right now seems to be just talking heads talking about games they play. You bring that extra layer that I appreciate. Thanks.
Where'd you find us? I'm so curious.
Do you want me to start asking that again? I feel like when we ask it, you're like, stop telling us you came from there. And it's a vicious cycle.
Oh, yeah.
I know you want to know until you don't.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, I don't, maybe Vorcaldo is not a new listener, but it says good to have found you, gents, but it doesn't say recently. I don't know.
That's true.
Vorcaldo, tell us your history, Vorcaldo. Follow up on our next episode.
And when he says facts and fun, I automatically don't think of you under the facts category, and I think of like me and Selden in this bubble. And
Wow.
maybe you're under the fun,
Wow. See, I consider
But we're
myself the
definitely on
facts guy.
we're definitely on both. But you definitely not on the facts one.
No, no.
No,
I
no.
almost felt like he was talking directly to me with the facts
Oh
part.
my
So.
goodness.
Uh,
Listeners, call a message in, okay? Let us know if facts and Derek come hand in hand like he thinks they do.
No, I honestly thought this was a compliment to me, but I guess I completely read this wrong. I was like, damn, yeah, I am full of facts and fun. But you're like, no, you barely get the fun part, and maybe you have no facts. All right, Vorcaldo, we definitely need to follow up. Where'd you find the show? And go into excruciating detail about this. Because I feel like I'm full of facts, but they just could be wrong facts.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Croatian Thunder comments. I had almost stopped listening when you started stunt casting the show with fans, but I stuck around to see how it played out. Obviously, Selden 007 has worked out better than Yont Dog, but a successful experiment nonetheless.
Shots fired.
I would not call us bringing on some extra hosts that were fans stunt casting.
Yeah, stunt cast. That is hilarious. It's not stunt casting. This is more like a move of desperation, as in there's no other options.
Oh.
And I love how he leaves me out. Like that's wonderful because I too also
You
came
technically
from
were
stunt
stunt
casting.
casting. But
Yeah,
yes, but you've been
def
around so long that some people don't know
yeah. Some people don't even know that. It's like yes,
that.
I'm now in.
You are in. So you've retconned yourself as like, I've been
Yeah,
here since day one.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, I do like the term stunt casting for this though.
yeah. I found that funny. Stunt casting.
And I do like how this. I assume this is a guy. I like how they're pitting Selden against Yont Dog in this as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
All of these things are things that I would put my stamp of approval on. But Yeah, it was not an experiment. We brought on some new blood, and sometimes it works out. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and you just ratted yourself out that you were also stunt casted. So
Yeah.
now
Yeah. Now I gotta
Croatian
wait
Thunder's gonna
longer.
go back and look at the old lists of probably the RSS feed's probably the best spot to see. Um, no,
Yeah.
if Croatian Thunder goes back far enough, you'll get I6 Hitman asks, and then
That's true.
yep,
That's true.
yeah,
That's true.
yep. Oh, yes. That's a fun question. Actually, that's probably my favorite one we've done in a while. So thank you, Croatian Thunder, for turning our desperation into purposeful stunt casting. All right, next up, Sandman 021604 at 261404, February
You
16th,
don't have to
04.
say the number. Just say Sandman.
Well, then why did they put their name? Oh, because I guess they can't
It
take it
it
out because they
could
can't
it
see.
could be like an auto generate, there could
Eh,
be
could be.
21,000 of these Sandmans out there. We don't know.
Could be. Could be. And they left that extra digit in case it gets in the hundred grands. Yeah. All right.
Right.
Sandman asks, which hosts are blazed by the time they record the show? We tried viewing the video version. Oh, that's actually I missed that the first time I read this. We tried viewing the video version, but it's not obvious. So let's unpack this. So first off, they want to know who's smoking up before the show. Second off, Sandman is a singular person, but then makes the comment, we tried viewing the
Oh, I didn't
video.
catch the
See, I didn't catch
we.
that either until I read it out loud. Um,
So this is probably a couple,
oh, could be, yes. Yep. Boyfriend,
right?
girlfriend,
Like
husband, wife. Yep.
or whatever combination. But yeah.
And obviously, normally podcast people, because it sounds like they went out of their way
Yeah.
to view the
To
video
check out
version.
to check out the video version. Right.
Yep. Yep.
Right. And then the other thing I think about is then if it's two people and they went out of their way to watch the video, that means they must have had a conversation at some point to be like, do you think do you
They're
think
all
these guys are
high.
high? Like one of them sounds high,
Yeah.
but and then they switch over and then I can't tell. He's acting the same way all the time.
I get,
Right?
I get. This is you're unpacking this nicely. I like this. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So
So what I
obviously,
would like to know is what
before
I
we
would like to
answer,
know is yeah, before we answer, Sam, you need to write back in and let us know who do you think
oh,
are the ones that are blazed before the show, and then we will confirm or deny.
all right.
Or do we just tell them? I don't
No,
know.
no.
Or
Let's refrain for answering this. This is a new thing. We literally will not answer
want to
this
get some
question
engagement?
until we get some follow up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're gonna put a pin in this, and Sandman, you'll follow up and make your predictions. And if you feel okay to give us a little more information, I'd like to know the difference between you and we and all that stuff as well. But I promise you, if you provide that information, we'll tell you everything you need to know. So, but that too is a fun question. There are two fun questions in 1 week. Um, oh, and then Altius is gonna blow it here,
The
guys.
Altius.
Just no offense, Altius, but here we go. Last but certainly not least, Altius asks, which has been your favorite E3 replacement show this year and why? State of Play, Xbox/Bethesda, Summer Game Fest, Future Game Show, something else? I'll be the first one to admit it, hit. I didn't watch all these. I watched
Yeah, I
some.
didn't watch all of them. I watched one.
I watched one a couple weeks
I watched
ago.
one, and I watched some trailers from one of them
Okay.
and read up on some stuff about it as well. But
Okay.
that's about it. And the other one I watched completely, and then all the other ones
Just news from
I
them.
haven't got around to them yet.
So for
Capcom is like literally on right now as we're
no,
recording, so we can't watch that one.
no. So I went with I watched State of Play like I feel like it was a month ago now, but whenever that was. I definitely tuned in for the Xbox Bethesda
Yeah.
event on the
Yeah, that's
back
the one
end,
that I tuned in for
and I also
completely.
watched the Future Game Show. A lot of PC content, a lot of Steam stuff. But I did not. I know I said I was going to watch Summer Game Fest, but I didn't. And I know there's a whole bunch of forget one something else. There's a whole bunch of something else's, and they're still going on. Like it just mentioned.
Yeah.
We got that one. We
Like,
got the.
has Nintendo even done anything yet? I'm
I don't remember seeing their little Nintendo Direct thing.
direct thing.
Yeah, I know
I don't know.
Devolver Digital has something going on.
Who cares? Who cares?
There's tons of shit coming. EA must have something too, because
U Ubi? Anything? No.
and Ubi. I think Ubi's news was dropped in during these other shows. Like I
Okay.
thought there was there was a bunch of Ubi news that came out during State of Play, but um,
I mean, I think we indirectly answer the question because we both watched Xbox.
no,
And like to be honest, like over the years, E3 has always been for me about the Xbox.
yeah.
Specifically like their press conference is the one that I always wanted to tune into the most. Like if I couldn't watch that one, I would, if I missed it, I would feel like
Like you
it was a
missed E3.
disappointment.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Because I don't know, like from like being a Xbox guy growing up, and like I don't know, like that's the one that I care about the most.
yeah.
Um, and
There's nothing wrong with saying that.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, and then I think what's really come out of this like replacement show thing is like there is no replacement show. It's always been Xbox for me at least,
mm,
and like E3's never been like, for to me like a thing.
mm.
Like, there's always been all these guys coming together and announcing stuff right around the same time, the week,
See,
right?
for me, it has been the same thing because
And that's and
I've
that's
been
what
out
like
there.
that,
Yeah,
but that's what's happened. Like that's
yeah,
what like has like evolved over the years
mm,
is that it became this thing where it outgrew E3. Like there's no need for E3 anymore. Basically, is what I'm saying. Like it's all these guys coming together and doing like announcing all this shit at the same time, basically.
yeah. No, even the last few years of real E3, it became really hard for all these guys to get their pressers scheduled because those of us that were there as media needed to go to all of them. And you have like Microsoft had claimed a certain day in perpetuity. Sony did the same thing. They claimed a certain night in perpetuity. Then you had Ubisoft's presser, you had EA's presser, you had Bethesda used to do their own. Uh, and it just became like the first 4 days were nonstop back to back press conferences. And then you got to the show floor for 3 days. So, um, yeah, there just became too much content to be able to handle all these pressers in a 4 day period. It's just it didn't scale. So, uh, but of these, yeah, my favorite is probably the Xbox Bethesda one, and even when I was attending all of these, like that, well, yeah, I'd say that was always one of my favorites. Activision was a huge one back in the day when they had they were supposed to have a floating stage with Tony Hawk. He ended up skating in the ground. They had fucking Dead Mouse was playing. They had giant explosions going off in the Staples Center. It was crazy back in the day. So, but my heart always goes back to Xbox as well. So I thought that was my favorite, and that's why. So, but thanks for the question, Altius.
Yeah, no shade to Altius.
No, no.
We were just
Uh,
joking with you earlier.
yeah, always joking. Keep providing content. Uh, so, thanks to all you guys for your comments and questions. If any of you out there want to chime in and ask us something or comment on something, give us a call 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@toolsplay.com. And on that, why don't we hop on over to what we're playing? Hit, what have you been playing this week?
Honestly, I don't remember playing anything this week. Did I play Sea of Thieves this week?
You're going to in July.
Maybe.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm going to in July.
mm.
Um, yeah, I
Actually,
think I played. Yeah, I play a little bit of Halo. I play a little bit of Battlefield. Actually, I play some Battlefield with LB.
oh,
Quite a
look at
bit,
you.
actually. Now that I think about it.
You played
Yeah,
lots of
they
games.
have a new update,
Yeah.
and me and went and checked it out because we're the two dummies that paid money for that game, and now we're stuck with it. So I might as well, when they have an update, try it
Yeah, try
out.
it out. Hope it gets better. Yeah.
It does seem like it's getting better, but man, they got a long way to go. Um, what else? Mario Strikers Battle League.
Oh yeah,
Been
you
playing a little of
pre-ordered
that.
that live last week on the show. Yeah.
Correct. I've been playing a little bit of it. Not good,
No,
basically. Not good. I'm terrible. So,
you were such a huge fan of that in in
yeah,
in advance of it
yeah,
coming out. You
yeah.
declared
Because
yourself a
I
super
like
fan.
I like the older ones, but like I don't know, this one, I don't know, rough. Um, where else did I play? I feel like I played something else. Elo. Yeah, that's about it. I played a little bit, not too much this week. As usual, like I don't know, my gaming's like really slowed down lately.
Mine too. Yeah, it
Yeah.
happens. You go, it comes and goes in waves. So
Especially with like there's a lot of good TV out right now, and so I've been catching up on all that, and I don't know,
same. Yep,
getting ready to freaking redo my place. You know,
nice. Yep,
basically moving everything,
yeah,
painting the walls, fixing the walls.
nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
no time.
No, I hear
You?
you. No, aside
Oh, you?
from watching the Celtics Golden State games,
Oh yeah.
oh,
Who you cheering for?
who do you think I'm cheering for? I live
Golden
in
State?
Boston.
Golden State.
No, fuck Golden State. Fuck Steph
Oh my
Curry needs
God.
more acting.
Why are you cheering for the losers? They're gonna lose.
Well, you'll be surprised. Your team's already out, so yes. Look
Oh,
who's talking. Uh,
oh
and
man, shots
yeah.
fired.
And then when I did play some video games, I fired up Halo Infinite and touched that for maybe one game, and I was like, ugh. Because then my next challenge was like, go play this dumb mode and find this dumb gun randomly in that mode, and then get X number of kills with it. So, um, yeah, no,
You make it seem like it's so hard.
it's just not. It's not what I want to go to a game and work my way through the battle pass, just playing and having fun. I don't want someone to be like, go do this thing you find annoying. Like that's not. This is
I
the
mean, you
first
don't
battle pass that's
have to
done
go
that.
do the challenges.
No, but
You can just play normally, and they give you enough points just to play. You don't need to do the challenges.
I guess technically, but like as
And
someone,
and also like from the amount that I've played a week now,
mm,
I'm already like level 70.
nah,
Like
well,
it's just they just throw you XP. And like it's I was actually thinking about it the other day. It's so sad that I'm so high with the amount of gameplay game time I put in. Like we still got 5 more months.
oh, I know this whole thing
Like
blows. It
it's
blows.
like you don't have to do challenges. You don't have to do nothing. Play a couple matches every month, and you'll get to the end of the battle pass. It
Yeah.
seems.
No, I know. That's why I'm trying to take like not force myself to play if I don't want to play because
Right,
the first time
right.
around I was done the battle pass in no time, and then then the gameplay took on a more annoying thing. I'm playing, but I'm not getting anything. But that's really what Halo always was you didn't get anything. So I was okay with it. But then they fucked us with this second season. So oh, it is what it
I
is.
was I was reading something on I think I took a screenshot of it. The Steam numbers, which I know are skewed because it doesn't do Xbox,
Yeah.
but it was interesting to see the history of the Steam numbers for that game.
Mhm.
Like it's their season two hurt the game more than it helped, it seems, according to the numbers,
Oh, wouldn't
which
surprise
is
me.
very interesting.
Lots of people were turned off just by the news of season two, like what its shortcomings were, and they're like, "Fuck this, I'm not going back." At least we tried.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm,
Yeah. I found that interesting anyway. I was just like, oh,
mm,
not looking good for Halo. By the way,
mm.
if we're just talking freely now, no Halo at the press conference.
No,
Crazy.
unless you're talking about
That's where we're at. We're Halo.
unless you're talking about Fly the Pelican and
The
fucking Flight
Pelican and Flight
Simulator.
Simulator. That's
Yep.
the only Halo thing we saw. And yeah, I mean, if you count that, that's crazy to me. No.
That is
Not
crazy.
even like a advertisement, nothing.
Huh.
Nothing. So weird.
Mm.
So weird. A lot of, also, by the way, a lot of missing games from
Oh
that
yeah.
press
Oh,
conference.
so
Like a
many,
lot. So many.
and like a lot of weird games included.
Yeah, like ones I never even heard of. I'm like, what the hell? Like some of them were cool. Some of them were like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I hear you.
What would you rate the press conference out of 10?
I'd still give it an eight, 7 or 8.
Really?
Yeah, because because some of the
I think this is generous of me. I'm thinking 6,
that's not far
maybe
from
even
7.
5.
That's pretty much almost within a margin of error of one.
Like
Then
I'm
we're the
even thinking
same.
maybe 5.5 just to be exact. I think it's
Mm,
probably a 5.5 for me.
yeah,
It was all right.
it was missing the
It's
wow
C
moments.
minus.
We did have well, I'm not going to say anything because I think it's in their stories, but yeah, we did have some surprises. So actually, we'll just jump right into new
Yeah,
releases.
let's
Then we
just
can
jump
cover
in
this.
right in. Let's
All
go.
right, so new releases, no new releases out this week. So then we can go on over into gaming news. First story. I'll start with the I'll start with one that you didn't like. Uh, this one. E3 will never be the same. So since our last episode, the ESA has come out. They said, hey, you know what? In 2023, not only is E3 virtual happening, but E3 physical presence convention back in the house, LA Convention Center, it's happening all over again. And um, even if that happens, it was already becoming not the same. If you remember the last time that Tiff and I went before the pandemic, there were halls that had so much dead space in them. Uh, all the major players were missing. Like it, no matter what they do, you can never bring back the heyday of the 1995 to I'd say 2015 E3s. Like
I've been saying this for years, it seems like, but like it's hard to convince someone that they need to come back, right? That they should come back and that it's better
yep,
because the pandemic has only just showed us, or them, not us, them, like
they're
cost savings, like reach, like
yep.
all the statistics, like going digital just like makes so much sense. Like doing a physical thing now, it just
No, the only thing they're really losing out on are is the palm greasing of buyers and, and the like. But even then, we've moved past the. You don't need to pitch and sell shelf space at GameStop because GameStop's irrelevant. Like everything's digital now, so there's no. You don't have a buyer there to buy games for GameStop. You don't have like if you remember, GameStop used to even have their own convention outside of E3. It was the
yes, I
GameStop
remember.
Managers Convention where they went and they got schmoozed by all these video game companies that wanted that shelf space. It was like E3 bonus just for GameStop people. They,
Managers.
yeah, yeah, managers. Uh, this thing is
What a real fuck you to all that staff,
uh,
huh?
uh,
Like,
yeah, this has been going this way for a while. Part of me wants E3 to come back and be glorious, just so I can go out and see Pactor and go to his party and have a good time and see all my friends. I just don't think it's ever going to go back to that sort of thing. And actually, I'd like to get Pactor's take on this and see what he thinks about this return of E3 because if anyone's got a vest, he's the other type of guy that got something out of E3 where working on the investor side of things, he would go have more on the business side of these video game companies, meetings with them to see what's coming, what's coming, what's upcoming, what the roadmap is, and everything else. And he obviously now does that in a different way than he used to at E3. So I don't know. I'm curious for his take, but
cool.
yeah, things have changed.
Definitely.
All right, next story.
Uh, Grounded launches in September 2022 with a full campaign. This is coming from Engadget. It's basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the game.
Yeah.
And this was shown at the game show yesterday.
Yep.
What caught me off guard is this game's not new.
No, this is the thing that's been
This game, I've
it's
been playing this game.
it's been in
Like,
early access for two
yeah,
to three
early
years now. Yeah.
access. Like, it's a great game. It's cool that they're getting a campaign now. The trailer was awesome.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised to see it at the show, but like after watching what they showed us, I was like, oh, cool that they're there. And
Yeah.
I like this game. I no, I think I've said it in the past. I wish I would have got more into it.
Did
Or
you
find
ever
more people.
imagine there would be a campaign for it though, or did you all?
I figured as much.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be a missed opportunity. Like the locations they have in the game, they have various ones. It's not just the backyard.
No. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So I figured like it would all be part of this one universe.
Yep.
And yeah,
No, I
apparently
thought
that's
it
what they're
looked pretty
doing.
good too, and I literally have never tried it, and then I was going to, and every time I'm going to try it, Selden's like, oh, they did this thing that ruins the whole sandbox, and now it's full of
Selden
wasps and
doesn't know
ants
what
or
he's
whatever.
talking about,
Yeah.
man.
No,
Haven't you realized this yet?
I know, but he is our show's official nature boy, so and grounded's the closest you can get to nature, so
That's true.
yeah.
That's true. Maybe he goes when he's out there. That's what he's dreaming. He's
No,
like, "Oh,
maybe he's
look,
like,
we're
I
in the
was so
backyard, guys.
small.
A big ant.
Come on,
Ah,
guys! Oh
run!"
shit! Let's run!
And
Let's
his kids are
run,
like, "Ah,
fam!
shit,
Yes.
Dad's tripping balls again."
Oh shit! Oh no, you make me scroll back to his name. Croatian Thunder. Don't assume just because Hit said that Sultan's tripping balls. Don't assume that that makes him
Oh,
yay or
yeah.
nay. Yep.
No,
Just
no,
no.
no.
Maybe he's just a big acid fan. Who knows? So, uh, not. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. So grounded.
yep.
September.
Looks good.
Game Pass.
Yep. Free. Well, assuming
Free.
you have Game
It's the
Pass. Yeah.
best.
All right, next story. The Last of Us multiplayer game will be very, very live servicey. Um, so this was kind of disappointing, but games as a service has been something that we've seen blow up in recent years. Hell, the newest Diablo game that came out for phones and PC is almost 100% microtransactions. If you want every weapon and thing in the game, it'll cost you $112,000 in-game purchases. So it's no surprise that this is going in that direction. Where there's so much love for The Last of Us, uh, you would think that they would be more for the fan service of it than the cha-ching of it, but at the same time, Last of Us was a very story-driven game, and multiplayer is the opposite of that for the most part. So, uh, I think that starting out, they're probably trying to find their niche, but hopefully it doesn't blow up and blow back in their faces, and they can find a common middle ground between players that love the story and players that want more in the form of multiplayer. But I just don't know what the right answer is. Do you have any
I don't
interest in
know.
this?
I didn't even know. I didn't even see this, to be honest.
No. Mm.
And I'm like trying to think how, like thinking in my head, like how this would work out. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's like Uncharted multiplayer.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they first announced that, I was like, how the fuck are they gonna
Yeah.
do that?
And that wasn't
And then,
fantastic either.
I mean, it was all right, but it was,
It was hokey.
yeah, it was a little,
Like it seemed ham-fisted. Like you try to put multiplayer, like a square multiplayer, into a round box, or yeah, or vice versa. Yeah. So,
yeah, like, I don't know how this, yeah, I don't know how that works. Last of Us just seems like such a single player game, but
yeah,
I don't
single
know.
player, very story-driven. Um, but I guess it'd be the same thing if like you took a Walking Dead game and it was a Walking Dead story, and then you were like, and here's a multiplayer, and you just put a bunch of random unnamed characters in the Walking Dead universe. Then really what you have is a zombie game. Like,
Yeah,
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 you know
makes
what I
it
mean? Yeah, you've paid for the license to name it that, and that's what I feared this is gonna be. But who knows?
yeah. Who
Yep.
knows?
Yep. All right, next story.
Xbox Game Pass comes to new Samsung TVs on June 30th. This is
Ooh.
from Engadget again. Game Pass Ultimate is expanding to include demos and more cloud features. Xbox has been talking about bringing Game Pass Ultimate Library to smart TVs for at least last year, and it seems to be finally happening in 2022. The Xbox app will hit this year's lineup of Samsung smart TVs and monitors on June 30th. What does this actually mean, like this year's lineup?
So
Because
that's the
I just
2022 models.
bought a TV.
So if you look at Xbox's announcement for this, it's the 2022 model line. So
When did the 2022 lineup of Samsungs come out?
it's usually embedded in the model number of the TV. They always include the year somewhere in there. Um,
I
so
need
if
to check.
so if you go look at that, it's going to be an app for the TV that you pull down from the Samsung App Store, and all you do is pair your Bluetooth controller with your TV, and you have a device capable of doing Xbox game streaming. It's fucking nuts.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's not for me. I have plenty of Xboxes, but for a whole bunch of the world that when they make the decision, either I'm going to buy a fancy TV or an Xbox, and they buy their fancy TV and it happens to be a Samsung, and now they get essentially a version of Xbox for just the cost of Game Pass Ultimate plus shitloads of games. It's a viable solution. I'm curious to see how this plays out and if they can somehow track the number of subscribers that come from this, which I guess you could do easily by like only looking at subscriptions of people that play strictly on a 2022 Samsung TV. Never on an Xbox, never on anything else. That's your install base. That's who you attracted. And I'll tell you, I know a shitload of people with Samsung TVs.
2022 TVs though.
Oh, probably not. My Samsung is
So
probably
mine is not.
yours is not.
And apparently uh they all launched on April 6th. So anyone with a
Okay.
TV as of
Since April 6th.
after April 6th, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Carlos Casay says he's got two of them in chat.
Nice.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, that's not a bad thing.
No, that's
Um,
good.
it's a
It's good.
value add.
I don't know why they don't make it more readily available for like maybe the last couple of years, but
So my guess is that the last couple years didn't have the ability to pair a Bluetooth controller with it. That's it's
yeah, but you can sell dongles and stuff for that.
what they're looking for, and they will at some point. They're going to sell that Xbox as on a stick. Remember we talked about this, but
Yes, yes,
but
yes.
I think at this point they're looking for the easiest zero impact solution uh, on joining the ecosystem. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
See where it goes.
All right, next story. Did I do that one or did you do that one?
I did that one, so it's you.
Ah, okay. How about video game soundtrack award added to the Grammys? So this is a step in the right direction. So we've always said that some video games have fantastic scores and soundtracks, and the Grammys this year are the first to recognize that, and they said, you know what, we're adding a category um, for the literally for the soundtrack to video games, which I can remember ever since I guess it would be the original Quake with the Nine Inch Nails soundtrack, where you could even take that CD-ROM out of your PC and put it in your car or your Discman and just play through the soundtrack. It music has always been a huge part of games. and I think this is a phenomenal thing, a way to recognize the industry. So,
For me, my story with music was this is gonna sound really weird and nerdy. Killer Instinct.
okay, yeah,
So if you when it came on the Nintendo 64, maybe I forgot which one it came out on. If you pre-ordered or something, it came with the Killer Instinct soundtrack on a disc with the game.
mm,
I fucking listened to that disc like every day for like two
nice,
years or something. Like it's like just imprinted in my head at this
mm,
point. Like
yeah,
the soundtrack. I love that soundtrack. It was so good.
nice,
So yeah, that's my yeah, like shit like that should get
yeah,
recognized. I think good
yeah.
soundtrack.
Music has always been attached to games, and seeing it recognized on the global stage where we recognize music as a thing is it's a huge step in the right direction. So,
Is this kind of gonna be like a thing like when Eminem won an Oscar?
uh, I don't think so.
No, okay.
Because that's just one category. Well, I guess this is just one category. Yeah, I guess it's the flip side of that category. It's like best original soundtrack in a movie, and now it's best, and this is uh, best video game soundtrack compared to other music. Yeah, I know it's a weird thing. Yeah,
Like when are we gonna get like that? You know, like the super celebrity singer that has a song in a game and now
yeah,
win an award. You know, like I don't know.
yeah. That's what do they call that thing when someone wins a, a Grammy, a Tony, an Academy Award, and a Emmy.
Is
There's
that a
a
thing?
there's a name for it. Yeah, very
Is
few
that
people have it.
possible?
Yeah, there's a handful of people that have it.
I'm
Um,
gonna guess Meryl Streep.
Grammy,
It's got to be Meryl
Tony,
Streep, right?
Oscar, Emmy. It's an acronym. It's called the EGOT, the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. Um, so 16 people have the EGOT.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyone notable?
Let's see.
And by you know what I mean by notable. I don't want to
Last
get any
year,
hate
Father
mail. Like,
Thomas
what do you
died of natural
mean
causes.
notable? They're all
yeah, yeah. Chronological. Richard Rogers, Helen Hayes, Rita Moreno from Grease
Helen
and
Hayes.
yeah.
Okay.
Rita Moreno, who was in Grease and those movies. I don't know this guy, John Geiglin. Audrey Hepburn has one.
Oh,
Marvin Hamlish has one. I don't know who John Tunick is, but Mel Brooks has one.
oh,
Whoopi Goldberg has one.
no.
Yeah.
She has an
Uh,
Oscar?
yeah. For Ghost, and she has
Like
she had
what?
the
Best supporting?
yeah, and then she had
Really?
I think so, and then she had the Sister Act, which won a Tony. Remember Sister Act, the singing nuns thing?
Oh.
Uh, so yeah, the most recent one was Jennifer Hudson, but
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah.
Jesus.
So 16 people in history have had it, and this could be a new bridge to that. So yeah,
Yeah, what are they gonna give the one that gets the video game one as well?
I don't know. Now it becomes
EGOG?
a VGOT instead of an EGOT.
Yeah, VGOT. Jesus.
Oh, all right. So that's pretty cool. All right. Next story.
All right, next story. It's me, right?
Yep, you can take that one.
Hideo Kojima partnering with Xbox Game Studio for his next game. So this was a surprise that came during the show. Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding creator Hideo Kojima, son, is partnering with Xbox for the next game from Kojima Productions. We didn't get much details out of this. It was just like a video of him being like, "Hello,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
working together. See you
yeah.
soon."
Yeah, we got no details, but
Yeah.
Sony fanboys are up in arms. There's already
Yes.
petitions on change.org
Like he had to
to
come out and be like, we're still doing our other
yeah,
stuff. Like, like we're not just dropping stuff to do this. Like,
yeah,
we're just, we do multiple things. Like,
yeah,
we're a video game studio.
yeah. No, Sony. I saw in that the change.org petition, Sony fans or whoever wrote it was even like, it's like he's turning his back on us and slapping us in our face for making him who he is. And I was like, no,
Oh
he was
boy.
Hideo Kojima before, long before you bought your first PlayStation, fuckhead. So yeah.
If you shouldn't blame anyone, it should be the guys that fired him,
Mm,
right? If they didn't fire him for Metal Gear, he wouldn't
yep,
have fucking started up Kojima Productions, and
yep,
now he's got free reign because he's got his own company. Like, you
yep.
can't blame the guy. Like, I don't blame him, you know?
Well, yeah. Plus, he's the master of Stranding games, the father of Stranding games, if you will.
Right.
So far, only one, Death Stranding, but of the Stranding game category,
That
he
we
has that
know of.
locked up. Yeah, maybe this
That
could
we
be
know of.
another Stranding game. That actually, Tiff
Yeah.
said that after we watched the press thing. She's like, you know what this smells like? Another Stranding game. And I was like, could be. It is a
Could be a lot of
genre.
things.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, good shit. I just like seeing people get upset from something that they shouldn't get upset about.
People
Just,
get upset about everything now, man. It's stupid now. Like,
I know,
goddamn.
I know.
Let's go. There's rain. It's raining today. Haters
Yeah.
everywhere.
Let's ban rain.
Let's
Sign my
ban rain.
petition.
Yeah. Change.org. Let's make weather machines and never make it rain.
Yes.
Like, oh my
Oh,
God.
dumbasses.
Anyway, excited for Kojima.
Yeah.
Let's see what he comes up with. This game's like 4 or 5 years out,
Oh,
right?
it
Like,
always is.
it's
We started talking about Death Stranding like 4 years out as well. So yeah,
like this 2027. We'll revisit this.
yeah, we'll reconvene. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right, second to last story. iOS 16 will usher in support for the Switch Pro controller and Joy-Cons. So this is just a continuation along what iOS has been doing all along, for introducing more and more different types of devices to control games on iOS. Or if you remember originally, if you wanted to play an iOS game, it always had a stupid on-screen joystick and buttons. It was dumb as fuck.
The worst.
And then they started doing some Bluetooth controllers, but they were all different. You had to do controller mappings. Then they started doing their
Xbox.
partnership with Xbox, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, we're going to let you pair your Xbox controllers. You can use it with cloud gaming and everything else." And things were fantastic. Then Backbone came out that directly plugged into your fucking iPhone. And now they're like, well, some people like Switch. They come from the world of Nintendo and they want to play these games. So now you can do your Switch Pro controller. You can take your little dinky, stupid fucking Joy Cons and all their drift issues and pair those up. But uh, it just goes to show that iOS is the big team player, and they're taking controllers from everyone and making them work. So um, yeah, good on iOS.
It's cool.
Did you watch the GDC event for not GDC Worldwide Developers Conference for Apple's thing last week? Oh yeah,
The WWDC
DC, yeah.
thing. Yeah.
iOS
I
16
watched
is
a
going
little
to
bit
be
of it.
fucking awesome.
It
Ev-
does look pretty good. Yeah.
Everything from unread text to edit text once you've sent them to you name it. New shit for
There
the
was a lot.
watch. Yeah,
There
too
was a
much to
lot.
unpack here, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be phenomenal. So
Yeah, it looks good.
yep. All right, hit. I'm giving you the last story.
All
Softball.
right. Here we go. Last story, which probably the biggest. Starfield extended look shows off ship customization, space combat, and a whole bunch of other shit. So this was shown yesterday at the end of the
Yep,
Xbox show.
it was the one more
Um,
thing. Yep.
yeah, following a delay to 2023, we finally get a real good look at the Skyrim's dev first RPG series in 25 years. 20, really?
Since a new series was started, yeah,
Oh,
because
oh,
Skyrim was Elder Scrolls
Elder Scrolls, yeah.
4. Yeah, yeah. So
Interesting. So yeah, they fucking showed us Starfield
and it looked
in
fucking
all its glory,
phenomenal.
and
Yeah,
it looked awesome.
and
Like really,
huge.
and like I did like a watch party in my Discord.
Mm,
We had a few people watching, and I mean I was commenting during this whole thing, and like the whole time I'm like I'm just looking for the janky.
yeah,
I'm looking for the the fucking shitty physics engine that they always have, and
Yep.
like
Yep.
I didn't see any of it. And it moved on to like gun combat. I'm like, all right,
Yep.
they gun combat before was terrible, and oh shit, this is really
Yeah.
good.
And all the
Like it seems like they,
customizations and yeah.
yeah, they seemed like they improved on everything that was wrong with their shit before. And I was asking during the demo, is this a new engine?
Oh, it
Have you
must
seen
be. It
anything?
has to be. Yeah.
Like a
Because
whole new engine, or is it like a
a new
souped up version of the
iteration.
other one? Because it feels like it's not has nothing to do with the last one.
Well, this engine makes
Like it was so smooth
everything they've done before so small because the scope of this is so big. Like they basically everything they showed us took place in this one city of New Atlantis or whatever
on one planet in
on
one
one planet.
solar system.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, but you can land anywhere on this planet." And then you're like, "Oh, but you can land in
And this planet is in this
any
solar
any
system.
of the 10 planets in their solar system." Then they're like, "Oh,
Oh
but
yeah.
you
Also,
a
there's a
thousand
thousand
solar
of these.
systems."
Yeah. Like what?
Yeah, we're talking uh, such an enormous amount of content.
It was basically a
Yeah.
galaxy,
Yep.
right? Like, it's a
Yeah.
full
Yeah.
galaxy.
And it had
It's pretty
base
crazy.
building and all kinds of stuff like that. Ship
So much,
customization, and you can
so
fly
much.
in these ships. Like it's
Yeah, and they showed the combat of
yeah.
like fighting other ships, and it was pretty cool. I give them that. Like I was really impressed. The game kind of looks like it's ready.
Yeah.
I don't know how old this demo is, but like, how is this game gonna look like next, early next year? By the way, do we have a date? There's
Uh,
no date,
I
right?
don't
It's just
think there's an exact date. I just know we know it's 2023. So
like Q1, or did
at
they
this
even give
point, it
us
could be
that?
Q1 or Q4, and unless that was
Oh
part of the
my
follow-on
God.
stuff, aren't we supposed to get a follow-on today or that's tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's the other thing. Tomorrow is the big press conference, and they're gonna show us.
the extended Xbox
Yeah,
Bethesda
is it
stuff.
just like all the games they showed us already, just like a more extended look, or
I
are
think
there like
it
are we gonna see something from Halo that like are we gonna see anything new?
I don't think it's new stuff. I think it's deeper dives into the stuff that they didn't want to like oversaturate their time with, because you don't want to do like a 30-minute deep dive into Starfield if you have so many games to cover. So you do a basic coverage and then this is your deep dive tomorrow. So yeah.
Okay.
Mm. I for one, this game I knew it was going to be the hot game. I didn't think it was going to be my hot game because I thought I would be playing Halo all the time, fucking going nuts. And now this game looks pretty fucking good. So who knows?
I mean, by the time this thing comes out, Halo hopefully will be in a good spot.
Yeah, this thing
It's
is
not
like
likely, but it's possible.
this thing is a different beast though altogether. This is like a space Skyrim meets
Yeah,
X-Wing versus Tie Fighter meets Wing Commander meets uh,
I was seeing a lot of memes about it. I think somebody sent me one. Let me see. Oh yeah, No Man's Skyrim.
mm,
That's what this game is.
meets No
No
Man's
Man's
Sky.
Skyrim.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's Skyrim versus No Man's Sky. Like, yeah,
This
it's
shit is insane. If you want to be like someone that's just jockeys ships in space and fights other ships, that's your thing. If you just want to be someone that's building these awesome fucking bases on unsettled planets, that's your thing.
cities.
Like it's crazy. The scope of this game is
Now,
huge.
can other people visit you?
That wasn't clear,
It's
and
not
maybe
that's not it's not like Sky No Man's Sky, right?
no. I think this is just single player, but maybe that's something that's going to be revealed in tomorrow's thing. So, um, yeah, not a lot has been. Ironically, a ton of information was provided to us, but a lot of information is still unknown. Um,
Hmm.
but it's certainly more than just the initial like yeah from the folks that brought you Skyrim, Starfield, and then everybody fucking collectively jizzed and no one knew anything and everyone was already loving it. And now people actually have a reason that they should and could love it. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Much
Yeah.
excited. Yep.
By the way, I also missed a story that we should talk about. This is like the biggest news for me, at least, throughout this whole
Ah, okay.
E3 week.
Feel free to add right now. Hit. What do you got?
Sea of Thieves season 7 trailer
Uh, uh,
was insane.
I know it's hard to put a story about a trailer.
Insane.
It's hard to be like, yes, and the Sea of Three
All
season
right.
7 trailer.
So
Okay,
let me just go to do this quickly, all right, for the
uh,
people.
nah,
So if this was a real story, this is how it would go. See these announced showcase season 7 trailer, and it includes the captaincy update. So
no,
what this has been like the very first announced update for Sea of Thieves.
no,
It was basically supposed to give you the ability to captain a ship, name it, and like it comes with a whole bunch of perks and shit, blah blah
yep,
blah blah blah.
yep,
And like it disappeared. Like
yep,
because of that whole Battlefront 2 scandal, like
yep,
all these plans changed for Sea of Thieves, and Pets was also like supposed to come out with it as well.
yep.
And like those two like took a back seat, and like we hadn't heard from them in a while. Cats and Pets and stuff came out, but Captaincy has yet to have ever been released. And then finally,
They showed
four
us
years, four
Bodie
and a oh,
McBoatface. Yes.
yeah. So yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, I'm the Sea of Thieves guy, but like very excited to be able to captain a ship now,
it seemed like they were.
legitimately.
It seemed like they were doing a lot of hype too um, for basically people getting to the top tier rank too as well.
Yeah,
The pirate
yeah.
captain. Yeah. So they even did a little song about it too. Yeah, it was a fun trailer, fun event. Um, Seeing that Sea of Thieves was already at season 7 made me feel like, holy shit, where did the time go? But
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
that game's been out for 4 years, 2 months,
yeah,
3 months, three.
yeah, yeah. For me, I would have stuck with it. The combat was just too janky.
I haven't even.
The
They're supposed to
gun
be
combat.
changing that too, by the way.
Yeah. The gun combat always sucked. You felt like you were getting taken advantage of. It didn't. It wasn't realistic. Um, so, but I'd like to go back to it at some point. I have so much to do. Not enough time. But
Yeah, we should definitely do a night one night.
yeah,
Definitely.
especially since
I'll be.
Halo
Of
Lows
course, I'll be
now.
captain. You know,
Well,
I'll be the captain.
since no one else has driven a ship in like 3 years, that's probably a good plan. But yeah, yeah.
Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now.
Oh, are you gonna dress up like you used to?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
okay.
for sure.
All right. If you dress up, then you be the captain. Yeah,
Special
absolutely.
occasion for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. That was a bonus story, ladies and gents. Consider yourselves lucky. Hit let us all into his soul right there. So yeah. All right. Well, if any of you have stories that you want us to talk about next week, comment on the tooledplay.com homepage, comment on this episode's thread there, or call us 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@tooledplay.com. And sponsors. If we had them, we'd pimp them now, but we don't. If any of you out there just have like a small business or something you want to pimp that go to the video game community, absolutely let us know. Podcast@toolplay.com. We'll talk about it. We definitely scale from our days of doing Think Geek and Netflix down to some smaller local businesses, and we'll scale your cost the same way. So let us know if you're interested, and hopefully we can do some advertising with you. Twitter us up. You can find everything Tool to Play at twitter.com/Tool to Play. Everything podcast rated at twitter.com/still_got_game. Facebook the fuck out of us, facebook.com/Tool to Play. We also have our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tool to Play. That's where we do all of our archive video content. Whether it's like a DVR and a on demand of the best of Tool to Play. Whether it's this show, whether it's Hits Quick Hits with the Crinkle Crinkle, whether it's Selden's Special Cam Show, whether it's Immature Interviews with Tiff, whether it's Thick and Thin with LB and Duty featuring i6 Hitman, every bit of our past content is there. So dive deep and indulge and enjoy the shit out of yourself. We also the show's on iTunes and whatever communist fucking Android store there is, and Apple and Amazon podcasts. So wherever you pull down this podcast, go give us 5 stars. If you got an extra 5 seconds, write a nice review. Just tell them you love the show, and people should go check it out. We have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/still underscore got underscore game. We're still looking for subs there. Our former partnered channel was at Tool to Play, which we still have, but we cannot broadcast all these different destinations at the same time there. So we created a new Twitch channel, still underscore got underscore game, but we're still looking to catch up to our subscriber count there. So please just, even if you subscribed to us in the past, go there and subscribe, please. We have a Discord. That's discord.me/stillgotgame. That's discord.me/stillgotgame. We talk all week long about things that are on the show, about just general gaming content. You can talk to all of us, all hosts. I know right now it's just me and Hit, but the remainder of the host crew is pretty live and populated there. So definitely join up on our Discord and chat with us. We'd love to hear from you. Hit, before we wrap up, anything you want to broadcast out to the world?
Not really. If you're looking for me, I got a link tree, I6 Hitman. Not really very active on social media these days, but if you're looking for me, I'm there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm at linktree/Derek Nolan. That's linktr.ee/Derek Nolan. That's where you can find all of my socials. And they are fabulous, as well as all of the show's socials. So if you missed any of the things I said over the last 2 or 3 minutes, you can find them all there as well. So before we wrap up tonight, I want to remind you can join us each and every Monday night live at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific at youtube.com/tool to play, facebook.com/tool to play, and twitch.tv/still underscore got underscore game. And on that, why don't we wrap this DS and Hit episode up? I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Roger Hitman.
Oh, Raj Hitman. I remember your college yearbook page. Raj Hitman.
Mr. Hitman to you.